Thank you for selecting the Relax, Relate, and Release Student Success Workshop. This presentation is sponsored by the Peer Mentor Program at Estrella Mountain Community College. The Peer Mentor Program started in 2008 by students of EMCC. Our mission is to help new and returning students become successful college students by helping them develop strong skills for life and college success. Peer mentors are fellow students who can help brainstorm strategies like time management or organization with you. Peer mentors are also knowledgeable about campus resources and can provide suggestions or options for you to be successful in your educational goals. What is stress? It can be a little different for everyone. Stress is something that we will all deal with at some point in our lives. Stress is our reaction to circumstances, people, or events when we may or may not have the resources to handle the situation. What stresses you out? There are different types of stress, but all types of stress can be categorized into either internal stress or external stress. Internal stress comes from what we think about or say in our own minds. Have you ever stayed up late worrying about something or been distracted thinking about what event is coming up next week or next month? That is internal stress. We place stress on ourselves when we doubt our abilities or when we set high or unrealistic expectations on ourselves. External stress are things outside of our own minds, like events, people, finances, and any other situation that we are facing. Did you know that we can experience physical, emotional, or behavioral symptoms when we are stressed? Physical symptoms commonly include headaches or even migraines. A fast or pounding heartbeat can be a result of stress. Also, the inability to fall asleep or sleeping too much can be signs of stress. We can also show stress through our emotions. Stress can make us feel scared or worried. We might be overly sensitive and easily overreact to a situation that might not usually bother us if we were not stressed. Some people show behavioral symptoms like talking too quickly, biting their nails, or avoiding eye contact. Which of these behaviors do you exhibit when you are stressed? Maybe you display some of these responses or different ones when you are stressed. Think for a moment. What are stressful situations for college students? What are you stressed about right now? We will look at some common reasons college students feel stressed and then look at some strategies to help you reduce stress. By looking at this list, we can see some common themes. Challenges with a class or an assignment can be very stressful. Sometimes you may feel like all you do is homework, and you may feel you have given up a great deal of your personal, social, or family time to schoolwork. Maybe you're in competition with yourself or someone else to achieve specific grades. Fellow students, family, or friends may encourage you to skip assignments or class because they haven't had the chance to see you as often as they used to. Every college student is juggling multiple tasks. The more classes you have and the more outside commitments like work or family add to your stress level. It's not easy to juggle everything as a college student. It is also easy to experience a communication issue that may come up between a fellow student, a professor, a boss, a spouse, a partner, or any significant person in your life. When communication issues come up, it can be very stressful. So let's think about how stressed you might be in your life right now. Please pause this video to grab a paper and pen to complete this activity. Take a minute to list stressful events that have happened in your life this last year. Have you experienced a death in your family or friends? Have you broken up with someone important in your life? Experienced a change like starting school, moving, changing jobs, losing a job? These are only some of the examples of stressful situations you may have encountered this past year. On the left side of your paper, list the events, and on the right-hand side of the paper, list the number of times this has happened, and give 10 points to every stressful event. If an event has happened more than once over the last year, multiply each event by 10. If you've experienced significant life events like losing a loved one, count those events as worth 50 points. When you are finished, you can calculate your total. Once you've calculated your score, you can determine if you're experiencing low stress, moderate stress, or high stress. If you're experiencing moderate or high stress, utilize stress-reducing strategies like the ones we'll be sharing on the next slides. Remember that we also have a full counseling division available on campus that can help you walk through concerns that you may have and help you establish great stress-reducing strategies specific to your situation. Please feel free to call the counseling division at 623-935-8909 to set up an appointment, or stop by Komaki B for more information. There are many ways to help you manage your stress. We will discuss some of the ones listed on the screen. One easy way to reduce stress is that whenever possible, you simply avoid the situation. I know this doesn't work for all stressful situations. For example, skipping a test because you're stressed would lead to a poor grade and is not a great solution. However, if you know that driving on a road filled with construction work will lead to traffic jams, try a different route to avoid the situation. If you can avoid a stressful situation without negative consequences, do it. A great technique to use is to set priorities. Look at all of the things you need to accomplish. Is there something that can be put off to a later time to take some pressure off of you? Look at all of your tasks in your weekly schedule and try to eliminate any unnecessary tasks to free up your time and to reduce your stress level. Another technique you might try is to change how you see the situation. If you're having a stressful moment, stop and consider what has gone well, what you are proud of, and what you are thankful for. This technique helps you to take a second look at your stressor. Finally, you must find a strategy that works for you to reduce stress. Some people enjoy physical activity as a stress reducer. Going for a walk may be just what you need to take away some of your stress. Regardless, work on trying a technique that allows you to take a break from your worries and just relax. Even when it seems difficult to find time in your busy schedule, 5 minutes doing something to help you relax can really help change your outlook and help you feel more in control and ready to handle your challenge with new energy. As we have shared, everyone handles stress differently. This also means that each person will need to find a strategy that works for them. We have talked about positive stress management strategies. There are definitely negative stress management strategies too. An example of this might be turning to alcohol or drugs. Although the person may feel a temporary relief from stress, it will actually result in a greater challenge than before. Another example of a negative strategy might be playing video games or watching movies as an escape. These are actually great strategies to relax and unwind. On the other hand, if you take up 8 hours of your day doing an activity that takes away from your current goals, you are using a negative strategy. Remember, moderation and balance is the goal. Here are a list of positive stress-reducing strategies. Take a moment now to grab a piece of paper and write down these for yourself. Who can you count on for support? Name 3 positive people in your life who support your goals. Sometimes we may need to change our attitude about things. What is one thing about today that was great? By being realistic and using time management, you will be reducing stress in your life. Have you planned some breaks into your schedule? If your schedule seems too hectic, where can you find even 5 minutes to stop, breathe, think, or just relax for 5 minutes? You may need to say no to some tasks or activities if they are not important to your goal or in your schedule right now. If you're stressed and you don't need to take on extra responsibilities right now, then don't. Slowing down and finding a way that works for you to relax is a key component in reducing your overall stress. Take care of yourself with exercise, healthy food, and drink plenty of water. In this presentation, we defined stress and its symptoms, we determined our own stress levels, and we learned several positive stress-reducing strategies. Remember to take time out of your busy schedule for yourself. Handling stress is easier when you're relaxed and have had some time to de-stress. Thank you for selecting this workshop. The Peer Mentor Program presents several workshops throughout the semester. Continue to check our website for dates and times.